Have you been in a long distance relationship?
I don't think there's any. They exist.
I don't think so.
No, they do.
It's a facade.
No, it's not. Stop projecting, guys.
I think that long distance relationships are a figment of our imagination.
It's true.
And
And then
the Jabawaki.
the problem. Oh wow.
All right, so this is the Wheneversode. My name's G Money. Have we started?
It's you next, Ashley.
And Andy Young.
Yes.
Is it because of how
It was a standoff. No, I'm playing Calvin's part today.
Yeah,
You're
man.
in trouble.
Oh, because
So-
he never says his name.
Yeah, Wheneversode, right? Guys, I have to share this video with you, and then we talk about it, right?
Okay.
All right.
I'm either dating a shapeshifter, a man who can teleport, or a ghost, because as I was spewing in the mud at Soulfest dancing to the song Nairobi, I saw a familiar face. That face was something that I had seen over and over again. I looked closely and thought, this can't be my man. I thought I drove him to the airport a few months ago. Who had I been FaceTiming? Who has been calling me in the middle of the night telling me it's time difference? It has been so hard to communicate with him. And there he was, wearing the shoes that I bought for him, in the shirt that I bought for him as a parting gift, dancing to the song Nairobi with another girl called Susie. I had been asking him about Susie for days and days on, and he had been denying, saying, oh, she's just a best friend. And there he was, dancing with his so-called best friend. I decided that I was going to be the drama that night. How was I dating a man who was abroad, and here he was? Nairobi love is going to be the end of me.
Yeah. Nairobi love is going to be the end of me. Discuss.
First of all, props to this baby because she must have been an amazing essay writer back in school.
Right.
Because it felt like she was reading her own composition in front of class.
It felt like a story.
Yeah,
It felt like one of those, you know how in high school people used to go in front of judges? My parents, students,
Right.
judges.
Yeah.
So there's
it feels like
there-
that.
there's two angles I think we look at there. A, is that actually true? It's her truth. So let's not say
Take
it's
it away
not.
from
No,
her,
let's
Let's
assume it's true.
Let's assume it's true.
Yeah, it's fun.
It sounded a bit cappy to me, but let's assume it's true, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, bruh, that man is like Empire Strikes Back. That is Darth Vader right there. He smashed it.
Too good.
But then he's not so good. I mean, is he too good? So the story is long distance relationship. She's dropped him to the airport. My man's obviously either not gone or come back into the country
And
unannounced.
not said anything.
And not said a word. Be FaceTiming her through the night and be like, yo, time difference, man. It's 3 o'clock in the
Jeez.
morning.
I love it.
Yeah.
This guy has energy. Like, he has the time.
He has all the areas checked, bro.
He has
Damn.
the time.
So my question is this, right? Does she forgive him? And also, she thought she was in a long distance relationship.
Clearly not.
Well, I mean, it's far
No,
from
she was in
killing
it with Susie as well. Susie was part of the relationship.
Yes.
She just didn't know.
That was long distance.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, right? Long distance relationships basically really allow for a lot of how do you say it?
Misbehaving?
Misbehavior.
Or- yeah.
That's the right word. But are you telling me, that this guy would have been so stupid to go Soulfest, but then again, Soulfest was jammed.
But also, okay, yeah, fact, it was jammed. But also, I'm sure this babe told him, I'm going to Soulfest.
Yeah, like-
so why the hell would you be caught, basically pants down with Susie at Soulfest?
Here's another theory. My man was tired of hiding.
He said, fuck it, I want to have a good time.
Yeah, again, he knew that she was going to be there at the event.
Yes.
Right.
And there's no you've worked so hard to only mess up so massively at the very end.
Especially
it doesn't
in a place
make any sense.
where you could hide.
Yeah.
Exactly. And no, actually, you can't even hide over there because you don't know if her friends are there, if her friends are
Right.
going to see you.
Oh,
I'm assuming if
valid.
someone is creeping
Right.
and you're trying to move in such a way that your shorty wouldn't find out where you are, you wouldn't be in public. You wouldn't risk it being seen
So
by
he
any
was
of
done.
her friends. Yeah.
Or-
I feel like he was like, you know what? It's time.
Right.
Let me
Or-
just be out there.
In real sense, maybe Susie was the main.
That's
That's another one.
Right?
Yeah.
And then this babe was a side. So it got to a point she was just like, if Susie, my main, has told me we have to go for Soulfest together, I can't really burn that bridge. We gotta go for Soulfest. This one, if you chomekas.
My man is too good. He has us questioning everything.
but also like she was like the shoes that I bought him, the shirt I bought him as a party.
That was a statement.
Like I didn't like that.
Why didn't you like
because I'm like, yo, so you bought him the shoes. Why are you like telling us?
She's now entitled to
say something. He's only supposed to wear those shoes when he's with you.
I mean, do you think about it? You've done so many things for someone, and then because maybe you feel a certain type of way, you don't usually do these things, but because you are in that space with this person,
right,
you decide, let me go all out. Let me do the things that I don't usually do, maybe, and just because I love this guy, show him that, you know, I care about you.
Yeah.
Here's a little something. I'd be excited about that.
Right.
So now you find out that, there's someone else in the picture, or I don't now understand I don't even know who I'm dealing with anymore.
Right.
Those things are going to come. You're being emotional right now.
Right.
Like the shoes I bought you, everything I did for you. I took you to the airport. God damn it.
Facts.
Yeah, but you know what? I also blame her.
Why?
Because you took him to the airport. What you should have done is parked your car in the parking silo and walked with him to the departure gate and said goodbye while he walks inside. You
like see him checking in.
Yeah, you dropped him and pick off.
Yo, G, what do you do? What do you do if you are bluffing, bro? And what do you do if you're the guy and you are bluffing and she takes you until the check-in point? What are you gonna do?
The thing is, remember at JKA, when you go into if it's international, when you go into departures, right, you go through the small door, and then you walk to the check-in desk.
Check-in area.
You can actually come back out the other side.
True.
You can come back out the other side.
What about
and usually the
flights?
lines are crazy, right? So you can just stand in line and be like, bye. Unless she's patient enough to actually stand there and see you giving your baggage and see you like
My man probably
your
ain't not even got a ticket.
He probably doesn't have a ticket.
Probably didn't even have a passport then with him.
But by the way, like, I mean, so as we extend it, right? Long distance relationship. Has any of you guys ever been in a long distance relationship?
Oh, yes, I have.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? Have you been in a long distance relationship? You? I don't think that I don't think they.
Have you been in a long distance relationship?
I don't think there's any. They exist.
I don't think so.
No, they do.
It's a facade.
No, it's not. Stop projecting, guys.
I think that long distance relationships are a figment of our imagination.
It's true.
The
problem. Oh wow. The problem is. It's finished.
You know that's the attack.
So the problem is when you're in the relationship, you know there's something off, and you're very clear about something being off.
Guys.
But you never want. No,
listen,
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
When I was in a long distance relationship, you know, we used to talk every single night. We used to have movie nights on Saturdays and Fridays, you know, the full shebang. But there was this one neighbor who I kept asking about, and is just like, no, we're just neighbors. We got very friendly, blah, blah. I went through that phone. How am I seeing pictures of that same neighbor in a towel in his kitchen?
And so what? It doesn't change that
doesn't
she's the neighbor.
cheating.
Yeah. When her status changes now that you've seen some steamy
That doesn't mean
photos.
he's cheating.
Yeah, Ashley, stop jumping into conclusions.
Maybe the hot water in her apartment broke down.
Yeah, and he needed to offer some services,
Also-
The Lulu is a Solulu for real.
Also, maybe she slept over and had a shower.
Yeah.
And in the
They
spare
had
room.
a shower.
Innocent
You know what?
until proven
Let
guilty.
me tell you, do you know I have a spare room at home, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, let's assume that you slept in my spare room.
Yes.
And then you came out of the spare room after you had your shower.
Yes.
I went to the kitchen, you had a towel on. And Andy walks in. Andy might assume, well, I'll go on here.
But
When
would you be
literally,
taking a picture of me in my towel?
if you're comfortable, only fans.
And have you seen how this place looks like? The lighting is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the aesthetics are there. Come
Yeah,
on.
come on.
You'd be a fool
Y'all
not
niggas
to.
really trying to gaslight me.
You'd be a fool not to.
That's what we're doing for the sake of the man them who ain't long distance. Don't be fooled.
Let me tell you, there are some really nice things about long distance relationships.
Like
right?
cheating.
Like
Yes.
cheating.
So, Derek, thank you. I won't lie. I was also moving a little mad, you know.
But you know,
Oh, so wow. So what was the rant about, bro?
It wasn't a rant.
Anyway,
I
G,
was just
proceed.
explaining
no, but you
something.
see, like you mentioned about movie nights, because I remember like how in my experience it was like there were nights when you'd have music, right, and it's be on the phone or whatever, and
Yeah.
just be playing
Yeah.
music and drinking at the same time. But I think that a long distance relationship is like an iPhone.
Okay.
See on an iPhone, you can turn off notifications. I think in a long distance relationship, you turn off Fidelity.
Oh man,
You
oh,
turn
wireless
off. There's a
fidelity.
switch. There's a switch. It's not a notification. It's how you switch off. You turn off the sound.
Bro, let me tell you.
Deactivate
You know one of the hardest
flight
things.
mode.
One of the flight mode, exactly.
Oh, gosh.
You know one of the hardest things about long distance relationship is having that face to face conversation when you know you've cheated. You
No,
know.
okay.
It's
let
hard.
me represent the
Not
guys.
that I've done
Who
it.
don't?
No, let me
You know a little
represent
bit too well.
the population who have had successful long distance relationships because
Oh, so
I've
you
had
thought.
one.
Okay.
I've had one. Ashley, stop projecting,
sorry.
man. Uta burn. Some of us, my very first relationship was a long distance relationship, and it worked. I mean, neither of us wanted it to be the way it was, but tulijipata kwenye situation already, so we accepted it. We're in different counties, and we just happened to be at a place where we're like, you know what, we can still try this, we can still do this.
Counties,
Yes,
not countries.
counties. Yes.
See, you're stone throw away from each other.
No, Ashley, like, stop making that assumption. It's not that easy
Yeah,
to
'cause
jump from
it
one
could be
county to
in
another, bro. It's had to go to
Bungoma.
Rongai. It's had to go to Thika Road.
By the way, people in Rongai are in long distance
Bana.
relationships.
You know.
I know enough
Even when they live
people.
together.
Actually, it takes you 4 hours or 3.5 to 4 hours to drive from Nairobi to Meru. Are you going to do that just to see the love of your life in a? And this
They
is at a
better
time
do
where
that
you
to
don't
see
have
me.
a car. You don't have
Yeah,
a car,
yeah.
and you might not have the money to fuel a car to go
Fam.
and see them.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Exactly.
There are people in
Yeah.
Nairobi who are in long distance relationships. One party lives in Kilimani, the other person lives in Kileleshwa, and it's still a long distance relationship.
Exactly. So they can work, but you'd have to just be honest with yourself.
No,
If you're about, okay, I'll give you an example of a close friend of mine who she got into a relationship with someone, and immediately they got into that relationship, they had to drift apart. Now, different countries, different parts
Right,
of the world,
right.
for whatever reasons. And she was telling me that both of them had to sit down and have a conversation about how will this long distance relationship function. They had to redefine their own terms. What is cheating? What is not cheating? What is space? Like, what does this long distance mean for us?
I know a guy who got married very recently, actually. And he got married. You know him as well. Our guy, won't mention his name. And the wife's gone to live in Australia. You get me? And it's like they got married because they're in love. And it's like, let's not wait until you get back from studies or whatever. Just let's get married before you go. I think that's brave.
It is.
That's
very
real brave.
Very, very.
I think he'll keep it real, though. I think he'll keep it real.
Again, at the end of the day, it's how honest you are first with yourself and with your partner or with your person. Because if you lie to yourself, if you lie to yourself that me I can do this, knowing very well that you cannot, then you're setting yourself up and you're setting somebody else's daughter up for nothing. And then hell hath no fury, and it becomes part of that vicious cycle. You know, oh, men cheat, long distance relationships don't work.
I mean, women cheat too.
Yes, everybody cheats, bro. Everybody cheats. But now you see, what's the point then?
Of cheating.
No,
It's fun.
no. If you know you're going to cheat,
excitement, you know?
then just be honest about it from the jump. Like, tell her, hey, me, I'm going to be honest. I have physical needs that I'd love met.
Right.
And this long distance, I like you, yes, I'd still want to do this, but I also would not want to ignore the elephant in the room.
Whoever does that.
And that's why we need now to have these conversations.
Valid
These,
point.
These conversations are not being had.
Whoever does that.
I agree with Andy to an extent. I really feel that like in a relationship, you should be so clear about what you want and what you expect.
Valid point, but I feel like also from personal experience, right? I have had conversations with someone I've seen and I was just like, listen, if you want to see other people, let me know so that we can do things very differently, but I'm still going to be yours. Like we're still gonna be exclusive in our own shit. But as long as I know like you're out there doing your own thing, I can also go out there and do my own thing. That was turned over
It's
to
a double-edged sword that most niggas are not ready to
they
talk
don't want
about.
to do exactly.
Yeah.
They don't want to do
wanna
it.
talk about it.
Yeah.
But they'll still go around and fuck around and then come back and gaslight, right? And when you even tell them, listen, didn't I tell you it was as simple as telling me if you want to see other people,
Let me know. Yeah.
Then we can do things differently, but we'll still be together.
Yeah.
Gaslighting comes into play. Men, let me be specific. Men want to have their cake and eat it too, right?
Yes.
Is that the whatever?
Yes.
They want to have their cake, cook the cake, bake
No,
the cake,
I disagree.
everything.
Yeah. I
You know,
disagree.
and have
Happy
it
birthday,
too.
Austin.
And
Kwanza,
it's a
on
power
that
thing
note,
as well,
Made.
I think.
I disagree.
It's a power ego thing, I think, as well.
I disagree. I think men they don't want to have their cake and eat it. I think that men want to have their cake and just want like a little dessert. Like you get like.
But I've
cake
given you
wasn't
the
enough.
dessert. I've given you the dessert.
No,
I've given you the
I'm
cake.
thinking- no,
Have you
listen.
seen
No,
these
you
cheeks?
are part
Listen,
of the dessert.
I am the cake.
No, you
Alright.
are part of the dessert.
You
are
have
not
some.
the
You know
complete
the whole
dessert.
thing. You know the crust. So like I'm saying, no, like
Damn, that's an
I
interesting
keep
one.
saying, right? It's like look at it this way, right? Even men who cheat, right? Even men who cheat, and I'll be honest with you, if a man out there has 10 girls, right? He's a hoe. Right?
Yeah.
He's a hoe and he's in the streets and whatever it is, and there are people like that out there, right? But but the average man, and I can speak for myself, like end of the day, like even when I was in committed relationships and I cheated, I wasn't cheating with like 10 people. It was like one other person or two.
Now
a
that's
hoe.
even worse
No.
for me.
You're still a hoe, yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're
you
not
have
having
more
your,
than one.
you're not having your cake and eat it. It's just
But
not
I
a
have,
dessert.
I have another perspective because as a guy, say I'm dating Ashley, I'll know, okay, if I bring in girl X, then girl X is going to compliment Ashley.
And I'll probably take her from you.
And it's fine. Kwanza now that is what I want.
See?
That is what I want. But now, how many girls think like you and how many men would be brave enough and honest enough to sit down and have that open conversation with you? Not so many. That's the problem. But does that mean that you stop trying or now you return the favor? Exactly. So end of the day, where you still have to keep doing your thing, keep that communication thing going.
God, imagine you cheat and then she's taken from you by your wife.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's called
Listen.
the Mercedes experience.
The Mercedes. Wow.
If ever it happens, I will find that if ever I'm in a
Wow.
serious relationship or if I get married and I find out like my husband is cheating or my boyfriend is cheating, I will look for that woman and I will take her from you.
Do you know, sadly, I have seen Ashley do this, bro.
Wow.
Ashley can be a very good wingman or a very bad wingman.
Usually it's not my fault though.
A very good wingman because she can actually play that part very properly.
Right.
But that's the problem. She can play it a bit too well. Because, bro, there's one time I caught her in the act. She didn't see me, but me, I saw her. There was a babe who was trying to finesse me. But then we got to a place where I think it was just the two of them they were talking. I wasn't in the picture. And then coming back, I didn't want to interrupt them because I had just walked into them. They hadn't seen me yet. So I decided, let me just stand here. I don't know what they're doing or talking about. So I don't want to make it look like I was eavesdropping. So let me just chill over here. Bro, let me tell you how I saw Ashley finessing that babe. And I'm like, I thought she was here for, like, Ashley, you're supposed to wingman this for me and her too. You can't be the one doing now the snatching away from, you know. And I've seen that happen not just once. Ashley is a sniper, bro.
No.
So when you send Ashley as your wingman, be ready for a 50-50 thing.
No, wait.
You either get the girl or she will take the girl.
Wait.
We need some clarity here.
Firstly, I just know what women want, right? I'm a woman, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna take them home. We're not yet here anyway. But
So that's
Not
very
yet.
clear, yeah? That's very clear. She does not take them home, but she will snatch them out of your universe.
yeah, but that's the thing. I had the same thing was happening to me during double-sided tape. Watch it every Sunday at midday sometimes. Nimrat was saying how I was flirting with someone. In real life, I wasn't flirting with someone. I'm just
Oh
a
my
great
God.
conversationalist.
Jimani, you believe me, right? I'd
I
have
believe
no
Andy.
reason to lie, right? She
I
was
believe
flirting,
Andy.
bro. I was even telling this girl she was shooting from deep.
Yeah.
Like,
Kobe.
I've never, like, it was a performance. I was
Basically,
impressed.
Okay.
she was the ultimate cock blocker without a cock.
I've actually been
Wow.
told I have madras
Think
in
about it.
everyone.
She was actually cock blocking the actual cock.
Listen, this is the Wheneversode. My name's G Money.
Ashley, really? We're gonna keep doing this?
And the young.